Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to create a dynamic PDF in PHP. So in my last video I have shown you how to create a static PDF, but in this video I'm going to show you how to create a dynamic PDF from HTML forms. So I have a simple form here, it's just a HTML form, and as soon as I click register, a dynamic PDF is generated using the data entered in form. So this is the example which I'm going to show you today. It's not an advanced tutorial, just a basic tutorial. But once you understand this basic tutorial, you can clearly go through advanced forms. So before going any further, download FPDF library from fpdf.org website, and click on this downloads and download the latest version available at the time. So at this moment I have 1.7 version, and if you have any further version, download that one. So once you download it, you will get a zip file like this, and extract all the files to your working directory. So right now I'm working in my demo directory, and in that I have extracted that library, FPDF library, and I'm going to rename to FPDF. So you can rename to whatever you want, but FPDF is comfortable for me. I'm going to create a basic HTML form now. So here I have HTML form. So this is just a basic one, nothing new. I'm going to save in my demo directory. So I'm going to call it as index.html. So this is just a basic HTML page, guys. So I'm going to reload my page now. So as I told you before, I'm working in my demo directory D. So this is my HTML page. Now I'm going to create a PHP page which we're going to work on today. So just create a PHP page and then save it in your directory. So I'm going to call it as form.php. You can pretty much call it whatever you want. It's not necessary to be form.php. And then, so first of all, I'm going to import my library which I have downloaded right now. So here, if you notice, FPDF is my directory file. So I'm going to import that file right here before going any further. And then, so the thing is, guys, you have to import that fpdf.php file which I have shown you before. Here you can notice the fpdf.php file. So this is the file which you have to download. So this file is located in my fpdf folder. So I'm going to call it as fpdf directory, and then I'm accessing fpdf.php file. So this is my directory structure to the fpdf.php. So if you have saved it somewhere else in your server, you have to specify the absolute path right here. So and then the next thing is I'm going to create an object for FPDF class. So it's going to be new FPDF. So that's it. I have created an object for that. So the next thing is you have to add pages. Right now I just created a object and you don't have any pages in your PDF. So I'm going to add a page right very quickly. It should be add page. So and the final thing is you have to send it to the browser by specifying output. And if you want, you can you can save it to your directory, but I'm directly displaying it in the browser so that it can be easy for us. So this is 3 lines, are very simple, guys. First of all, you're going to create an object, and then you're going to add page to your PDF, and then finally you are sending it to your browser. So that's just 3 lines. So I'm quickly going to click on this register. If you notice in my HTML page right here, so I have specified a post address link to this HTML form.php. So if you notice, a form action is equals to form.php with post method. So as soon as I click on this register button right here, is going to execute form.php. So I'm going to click on this one. So that's it. We have a empty PDF. That's because we haven't added any content right here. We have just added a single add page. So the next thing is I'm going to add some content right here. The content is something should be generated dynamically, so whatever the things we have here in this form, it should be generated dynamically. So first of all, I'm going to access those fields here. So I'm going to copy something right here. So this is just a basic PHP stuff, so I don't want to waste my time by typing all this stuff, right? So this is my first name field. So if you notice here, my first name, all name is first name, and then last name, and then I also have gender, date of birth, and etc. So just a simple thing, I have extracted all the data from HTML to PHP. So now that we have all the variables right here, then the only thing is we have to add all this content to our PDF file. So I'm going to show you one function, so that's called cell function in PDF library. So this cell function, it's like a printf or echo statement which adds content to the PDF. So the first thing is you have to specify width and then height of your content which you're going to specify. So and then next thing is content, so whatever the content you want to display in PDF file. So I have specified all these things in my first video, so if you have time to know the basics, you can just go to my previous video. And then the next thing is you have to specify the border, whether you have to specify border or not, but for now I'm going to add any border, so I'm going to specify it as 0. So the next thing is what should be the next line, like if you want your next line to be in a new line, you can specify as 1, or else if you want to append next data to this current line, you can just specify 0. And then the next element is like alignment, whether it should be center or left or right. I'm going to specify C, which stands for center. And so before dumping the data, I would like to add another function which is called font. So it is actually set font. So the first thing is what is the type of font, like Arial, Times New Roman, or whatever you want. And then the next thing is like weight, it should be bold or italic or underline, something, and then B for bold, I for italic, and then U for underline. And then the next thing is font, like font size. So I'm specifying 60. If you want to increase or decrease, you can increase or decrease. So thus I have added two functions right here. The first one is set font, and the next thing is dumping to the PDF file. So I'm going to check my PDF file. So if you notice here, we have a little bit welcome message right here. So that's the content we have specified in this cell option. So as I told you, this 10 and 10 represent height and width. You will understand clearly if I specify border here. So I'm going to add border. See, you can notice a small border right here. Sorry. So I'm going to increase my width and then height. So I'm going to specify to default, and then I'm going to add to, it's enough for height. See, that's simple. Right now the width is increased and then height is on 10. So that's pretty clear right now. So we have center orientation. So but the thing is, we want to generate dynamic content. So that's the main purpose of this tutorial. We have to generate dynamic content. So I'm going to add the first name here. So I have first name variable right here, which is extracted from my HTML file. So I'm going to add HTML variable here, PHP variable right here. So I'm going to see what happened. It should execute welcome Ramanjaya. So that's it, the name Ramanjaya. So you may don't understand that name, but don't worry. So that's the name I have entered in my PDF form. So if you notice here, this is my first name, and I click on this register button, it says welcome Ramanjaya. So that's what I mean dynamic content. So the next thing is I want to add further more variables, like all these variables, second name, last name, and etc. So I'm going to create a table structure here. So first I'm going to add a table header value, like so I'm specifying a width as 50 and then height as 10. So I'm gonna call it as name, because the first should be name, and then so as I told you, this next option should be like border, whether the border should be active or not. So I'm activating my border right here, and then the next thing should be like the next element structure, whether it should be appended or to be shown in a new line. So I'm going to specify 0, which should be appended, and then it's not necessary to give alignment. It will take default as left. So this is my structure, and as I told you, I have I specified 0, which means appending. So I don't want to do that. I want to create the next element in new line. So I have specified 1 here. So I'm going to refresh this thing. So that's it. So we have a little bit name element here which we have specified right now, and then at the same time I'm going to add another element, so which stands for last name. So last name. So that's pretty simple, right? So 1 and 0. So that's all wrong. Oh, we have done something wrong right here. So it should be L name, not last name. So I'm sorry, that's my bad. See, that's pretty simple, right? Welcome Ramanjneya, name, and my last name. So this is the basic structure, guys. So you can add how many variables you want, but I think I have date of birth, male, gender, phone number. So I'm going to quickly add all these things. One for gender, and another for email, and another for phone number. So that's pretty simple, right? So gender, and then one for mobile, and another for email. So this is pretty simple tutorial, guys. You don't need to learn any advanced technologies. And then mobile. So that's it. So now I'm going to check. I hope there are no errors right here. I'm going to refresh my thing. So if you notice here, every content is appended to the previous one. So I don't want to do that. What I want is I want to create this thing in a new line. So I'm going to add one here. Instead of appending the data, I'm going to add one. So when I specify one here, which means the next cell element should be created in new element. So that's the purpose why I'm specifying one here. So I'm going to check my status now. It should be email. Alright, so I think we forgot to add one right here. So everything is simple now. My name, my genders, and then mobile and email. So if you notice here, the width is not adjusted properly. So I'm going to quickly change 60 here for email. See, but still it's not I mean, like, it's not awesome. So I'm going to change everything to 60. So instead of displaying one element in an advanced manner, so oops, should be 50 for header. So this is a simple dynamic tutorial. I'm going to demonstrate again the entire thing. So first name or anything, second name anything, mail, date, can anything, and mobile number something. So I'm going to click on list right now. So this is it. So this is the dynamic PDF content. So this is my first name, this is my last name, mail, gender. So this is it, guys. So I hope you understand everything perfectly. So if you have any doubts, you can just comment down in comment section. I will try to reply as soon as possible. So thanks for viewing. Don't forget to subscribe us.